What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Vintage and Stuff with your host, Drew Heifetz. That's me. I'm sitting in the Saga Motor Hotel. It's a Sunday night. Just finished up the Rose Bowl. It's February. It was a rainy day. It poured on us. We got soaked today. But you know what? We made it till about 12:30 before it happened, so we still had a pretty decent day out there. Thanks to everyone who came out and supported, as always. And thanks to everyone who's listening to this podcast. If you haven't gone and left me a review on iTunes, please do it. I would really appreciate it. There's only 5 reviews on there, and I know hundreds of you are listening to this. So please go leave me a review and also subscribe. All right. It is the end of a very busy February Rose Bowl weekend here in California. We had the Rodeum on Thursday. We went to Inspiration. Saw tons of friends this trip. It's been pretty fun. And I had on the show Zach and Wes from Tucson, Arizona. They stay in the Saga. Right next to me, actually, the room right beside me. So I was getting pretty sick of them by the end of this trip, to tell you the truth. But we had them on the show. And good dudes. Talked about a bunch of fun stuff. By the way, if you ever do come to the Rose Bowl and you need a place to stay in Pasadena, stay at the Saga Motor Hotel. Tell them Drew sent you. It's a good spot. They got a nice pool. The beds are okay. That's all I got to say about that. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Okay, boys, we're recording.
What's up, buddy?
What do you think?
What up?
Excited.
Where are we?
We're in the good old Saga Motor.
Chilling in the Pasadena with the home ski.
So why are we here at the Saga Motor Hotel?
I don't know. I got lost. Figured it was a good place to chill for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like it here at the Saga?
Yeah, it's cool.
The bed's comfy?
Yeah, good.
Good company. Good hotel. It's close
I think the
to
beds suck.
it's close to a 7-Eleven, so that's nice.
It is, but that 7-Eleven's a weird one because they don't even sell liquor or anything.
But they sell hot food there, so you can go, watch old ladies get hot tacos and, fried chicken on a stick and see
Get
what
a
happens.
hot dog?
Oh, no, not a chance in hell.
Oh, yeah, because you don't eat meat.
Not
but
bad,
have you ever heard the taquito 7-Eleven deal where you put the taquito into the hot dog bun and then you cover it with chili?
Nope.
That sounds highly risky.
That sounds like diarrhea's on the way.
That sounds like no fun.
Yeah, that was my homeboy Pete. That was his 7-Eleven deal.
You can keep that 7-Eleven deal.
Pete, I hope you're still alive.
Right. His toilet has stories.
Okay, so Zach, a.k.a. GCzac. We got Wes in the house, a.k.a. Erratic. So you boys are like brothers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, good buddies. Been knowing each other for fucking, God, like 15, 17 years.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever see you guys apart.
Yeah. I connected up.
It's hard. Going to California without him is just way rougher.
Yeah.
Have you ever come to California with them?
Yes.
Well, you came with your wife, eh?
Yeah, I come with my wife too.
Nice.
It's Wes with the wife, one or the other.
I am his wife.
He's my other wife. He's my backup in case my other wife is actually busy with my daughter.
Nice.
Right.
So let's hear the history, boys. How'd this all start? Zach, started out. How'd you get into the business? How'd you end up selling old dead people's t-shirts?
Well, I mean, I grew up yard sailing and estate sailing with my mom when I was really young. You know, when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9. going out looking for toys just for my personal collection and whatever. I don't even remember what my mom looked for. Fucking old lady shit, probably.
What did you buy back in those days for toys?
Transformers. I was always been
even when you were
Transformers.
young.
Even when I was young, I was Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles. McDonald's toys. All the shit that I was into at the time.
McDonald's toys used to be rad. I don't think they put out good toys anymore, do they?
No, trash.
Plastic trash.
Yeah.
Well, it was plastic trash in the
Yeah,
80s.
but it was
at least it was cool.
Yeah.
It's cool plastic trash.
Yeah.
We could relate to it in the 90s, And then, so, just I moved away and then came back and, just kind of finding something to do and got back into, old stuff. My mom got sick, so just taking care of her and just looking at a lot of the old pictures and her old stuff and just kind of got back into it and it started catching on. And
so, like, when you came back, your mom got sick. You told me this the other day. You moved back from Portland, right?
Correct, yeah.
Portland to Tucson. And then when you started repicking or, like, started picking again, what was the first thing you picked that you were like, holy shit, this is, like, actually a thing. I can sell this stuff. Like, what was, like, the...
Snow Beach.
Okay.
I picked the red Snow Beach vest.
And so were you into the fashion at that point? How did you know that was...
So I was
What year was this?
5 years ago.
Oh, it's like mad recent.
2015.
Yeah, but
You're like a rookie in
He's
the
a baby in
game.
this shit.
I mean, I took a break, but yeah, so like 5-6 years ago, I was more into the toys than I was the clothes. So when I started getting into the clothes and selling to Robbie and dealing with Robbie and working with Robbie, when I started learning about Polo and other stuff, he was one of the first things was told was that if it says Snow Beach, buy it. So, just lucked out walking into a thrift store one day.
Day after day, walking around the flea market looking for something that says Snow Beach and never finding it.
Right, yeah.
You're like, this sucks.
Well, it's funny. No, it was literally like that's probably a month or two after he told me about Snow Beach, and I walked into to a Goodwill and it was one of the things hanging on the end of the rack. So it was literally just saw what did it say, beach on the front on that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if that's what he says. And I pulled Polo and Snow Beach and it's what was it, like $6.99 or something like that. I was like, it's got some stains. I better go see if I can talk the price down. See if I can get it cheaper.
Classic Zac style.
And
talking a $6.99 vest down. Only Zac.
And so I ended up getting it for $4.99, and it was like I didn't know too much about it, so I literally just threw it in the back of my car and didn't even think about it and was just driving around. I think on IG I posted a picture of the crest. And then, later I checked on IG and I was like, oh, okay, I have 48 fucking instant messages or whatever, and I was like, I guess this is all right.
So did you sell it to Slobby?
No, I sold it to, I think it's Sun City. He was a big Polo collector.
Was Slobby pissed?
No. I mean, I kicked Slobby some of the money I sold it for since he told me about it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have kicked it if I got the knowledge from him, so I thought it was only right that I kicked him some of the cash.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sold it. I got it in the morning for $5 and sold it that night for $1,300.
Yeah, that's sick. Good flip.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I definitely wasn't mad.
Can't be mad at that. And
No.
that $2 you saved, bargaining him down, made all the difference.
Hey, and I got me a bottle of water and some fucking Rolos. So
can't even buy a coffee for that. Okay, Wes, let's hear your story. How did you get in this shit?
Dude, I used to wear lots of rock shirts and shit back in high school.
What bands? What bands were you into?
I was into the Misfits.
Sick.
Really into Marilyn Manson for sure. That's my main shit. But yeah.
Typo Negative.
Sepultura, Danzig.
Nice.
Hanson.
Pantera.
Move in here. We need audio.
All that good stuff. Pretty much all kinds of stuff, really. But yeah, and then it was him. He was the one that hit me up and was like, "Yo, I just got a $5 vest and I sold it for $1,300." And that's what made me go, "What? Like, where the fuck did you find this?" Just at any thrift store. It made me piqued my curiosity big time. And ever since then, we've just been hitting up swap meets
Everywhere.
thrifts everywhere, really. Yard sales.
Did you guys have jobs at this time?
Yeah,
What were
for
you
sure.
doing?
We were working at the same spot, doing
Medical
delivery,
stuff.
medical shit.
Like to pharmacies or something?
Yeah, hospitals, pharmacies, picking up, dropping off, home.
And then how long was it before you quit that shit?
He quit it a lot sooner.
Yeah, because I jumped into Generation Cool. Once I got into it, I had a lot of time to pick, so I was picking good, and I was having really good luck finding stuff and making money. So That's when I linked up with Slobby at Generation Cool, and then became a part of that team.
But I thought you only became a partner of that like recent.
No, I mean GC's been a thing for I think 5 or 6 years, and I started working there before I became part of owner. So I worked there for probably a year and a half before I jumped in as part of the ownership. So I learned the ropes. I learned a lot more about vintage from Robbie because he's got like a really good base of info on a lot of stuff. And then I mixed that with the stuff that I like to learn about, which is a little bit different than the stuff that he's really into. So I had a really good base and was able just to, to get by on that stuff.
I tried to record a podcast with Slobby.
Heard it went great.
Yeah, it went awesome. Totally reverbed out. That computer you guys have at GC is like an antique.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that, but he got fucked up. And I feel bad because it was actually really good. He actually spit a lot of great knowledge. And Robbie, I feel like Robbie comes off with his image a lot different than he actually is as a person.
100%.
And like you sit down and talk to him, like he's actually smart. Not that his image he's very smart. He's knowledgeable. He knows his shit. He's like a qualified teacher. It's crazy, like what the guy actually is about beyond just the image of Slobby's world.
Yeah, working with kids. He did a lot of working with kids and troubled youth, and a lot of fashion stuff that might not necessarily apply to vintage, but is very relevant when picking vintage and learning about the trends and what's popular and stuff. And he does have a lot of general knowledge. So yeah, he's definitely a lot different when you get him outside of a camera or a group of people and you can sit down and see what he's really like.
Yeah, totally. So shout out Slobby. We'll do that shit again. That was a bummer because it was a good chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the Slobby's World. Slobby's World. Did it have a theme song?
No, just general music, just like some whatever intro music.
I don't know if I watched the whole thing because they didn't put it on Canada Netflix.
Well, you got to try a little harder.
What's on Canada Netflix?
It's in Italy.
What's on Canada Netflix?
Like lots of stuff.
Trailer Park Boys? No, actually, I don't think
it's in like Somalia and Italy, so I'm sure you can find it if you put some effort into it.
Well, I did watch some episodes when I was down here, so I saw some. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was dope. It was a great experience. Shooting a bunch of stuff, traveling. We got to meet Andy Hilfiger. Well, not to meet him, but go do New York stuff and travel a little bit. So it was cool. It was a good time. And
did you work on it, Wes?
Yeah, I was on one of the episodes.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay, which one?
The one where I brought in a bunch of Tommy and Polo stuff.
Did we see a knock at the door?
I think so.
Continue.
The loco breaks in.
Crazy Loco just knocked at the door, interrupted us.
But yeah, the show was cool. It opened a lot of doors, brought a lot of business to the shop, to the website. I mean, pretty much like the day after that shit aired, the shop was just bonkers. Being in store, the website sold out, I think, over the weekend.
Yeah, I heard that. That's rad.
And yeah, it was great.
But I want the nitty gritty, man.
The nitty gritty?
I want the deep and dark, dirty secrets. Okay? Give me some strange fucking moments. Give me some weird shit that went down. Like, come on. You filmed a fucking reality show.
You fucking Robbie crossed a motorcycle on camera. So
did he?
Yeah.
Was that on the show?
One of the episodes.
A dirt bike or a motorcycle?
Like a little, like one of the, was it one of the Supreme ones? I think it was like one of the little Supreme ones or something like that. And it was in the shop and he rashed it, I think.
Nice.
Shit, we did a ton of stuff that we filmed that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, so there was a party scene in Vegas or something Jace said he was at. Were you there? Some house party or something.
I don't think I was there for that. No, so we did me and Robbie did a whole episode, a whole thing where we went to this other place called Gerson's in Tucson, and it's they do use building supplies and shit like that, signage and stuff, and we did a thing where we ran up some turf and found a McDonald's sign and that whole shit got cut. We did another episode at a place called Dolphin Stuff where we went to it's like a golf, like a putt-putt golf.
Yeah.
That had go-karts, bumper boats and shit, and we rented out, we locked off the whole bumper cart or the carts, and we did a thing where they had drones filming us from up top. It was at night, and so drones filming us. Robbie started going the wrong way and driving against all of us and shit. That didn't make the cut. And
how did the putt-putt like it? Did you guys have...
Dolphin Stuff? I don't know. They got money apparently, so I'm sure they didn't care.
Word.
But that was really dope. Even shooting that shit was super fun. Just didn't make the cut.
Yeah. So there's any other crazy moments? I want some dirt, man.
Well, I mean, there was only because I was only in so much of it. Robbie was in the most, and Robbie and JR were in almost all of it. Yeah. Robbie was in all of it, and JR was in almost all of it. But I wasn't in as much as they were. If it was had to do with picking and that kind of stuff, then generally I was involved. But if it was like the lifestyle, the party and stuff, I'm a fucking old ass man. I go to sleep at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? They didn't need me for that. So that would have been where the crazy shit probably happened.
So what's next with this show, man? We hear whispers of it's happening. Slobby says, yeah, we're going for a season. Like, is it happening?
Yeah, he's got to listen to whatever Rob says. I try not to pressure on that stuff because he has so much going on. I mean, he's got 1,000 people hitting him up a day, so just getting any of his time you got to make it work. So when he's got information to know, he'll let me know. But he says he's got a lot of stuff in the works. So
tell us again, what episode were you on? What happened in your episode?
I brought in a lot of my personal Tommy stuff, and we did like a trade. Actually, no.
At the store?
I brought in some Polo stuff to trade.
Oh yeah. How was it filming? Be honest.
It was cool.
Was it weird being on a reality show?
It was a little weird.
Did they make you like say your lines again, or did they like let it actually happen?
No, it was like. It was pretty much like how you would think. Like some stuff didn't work and you had to like reshoot it, but
because like how I would think a reality show would go is like they tell you exactly what to say most of the time. Because I've filmed
pretty much, but like also you got to think like how much reality are you going to be able to film that's going to be worthwhile and like watchable. You know what I mean? You almost have to like plot some stuff out because if you're just sitting there and recording, like who's going to watch like some transactions and then like some dude buy some baseball cards and then like. You gotta like.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's like if you record enough, you can edit down to a good level. But,
for like to do and get enough stuff, you're gonna have to like I don't know figure something out to go and do fun or
It's tricky reality TV.
Yeah, it's not all scripted. It's more like set the scene and see what happens, and if it doesn't happen, then try it again. Something similar.
Word.
Yeah, like how much reality is there going to be? There's going to be a lot of scripting and stuff in it.
So, do you guys think there's going to be more reality shows popping up in the vintage realm?
Yeah,
that'd be interesting for sure.
Have you heard anything?
Live at the bins.
Live? Oh, dude, fuck. That'd be sick.
It would be.
Bin fights? Bin wars?
Bin fights, bin wars.
It'd be old Mexican ladies pulling fucking Abercrombie and Fitch from 2 years ago, selling it for $0.25. And then it'd be a bunch of pickers looking when they pull like a Selena and sell it, and they just put it in their pile because it's just a cute shirt, and everyone's like, "Fuck!"
It's a terrible show.
Yeah, that would be
never
a
watch
show.
that.
2 out of 3 stars. I'm in.
Dude, like American Pickers is like one of the number 1 shows, dude.
Right. I hate watching it because they never pick clothes. It's like
there's some episodes.
There were some big episodes.
There's a couple, but there's plenty where it's like they're just like walking by clothes, and I'm like, oh, that's probably more than that fucking $12 motorcycle part you just bought. You're gonna sell for $30, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Well, what's the guy's Mike Wolf is the main guy?
Yeah,
he wears dope vintage. Yeah, like, he's got good style.
Yeah,
and he definitely picks it. I think they edit out a lot of the stuff because they can't show everything they pick.
Right.
And also, I think when they pick something where it's like $10 and it's worth like $1,000. They don't show that shit because they don't want to piss off the other people they're going to buy from next. Because then nobody would sell to them.
Right.
They have to keep it like looking like they're paying up.
Right. I had a guy the other day get pissed off at me and asked me if I've ever seen American Pickers, and I said yeah. And he said, "Oh, I don't like those kind of people. They rob people," and was like literally chasing me out of his store for trying to buy shit.
Oh my god.
Bro, it was
That's
wild.
like the hoarder fucked up mentality. It's like, you have a store here. Do you want to sell it to me or not? If somebody comes to me and they buy for my price and they can make double,
right?
Good for
fucking
them.
go for it, dude.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking power to you, man.
Like,
I think it's awesome.
After you sell something, are you really going to track it down and make sure that it, like you didn't get like?
If it's my price, do whatever you want.
Well,
Who cares?
If you want the highest price, then you need to put the effort in to get the highest price.
Right.
You got to understand. Like if you see something selling on for $180 on eBay, then you need to put it on eBay to get the $100. And if someone's not going to give you $180 and you want it, well, then you got to get the effort to get it somewhere else.
Or like get yourself set up in a scenario where you have the clientele that will pay that.
Right.
Totally.
Like have a curated selection or be like the coolest T-shirt guy or whatever you need to do. But like, it's if someone's gonna pay my price, I'm fucking stoked, man.
Right, and then who gives a shit what you do with it afterwards?
Right. I mean, if you especially since most 90% of us paid $1 for it, or we paid her $3 or $5.
Only you pay $1 for it, dude.
Well,
let's get this straight on air right now. You're the only guy that pays $1 for
I'm
it.
sorry that none of y'all go into yard sales.
Dude, a yard sale in Canada? Like, nobody ever has anything for $1.
I'm probably copping shit for fucking a dime in Tucson, bro.
Yeah,
Next to the border in Mexico.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. So that brings me to my next thing. Like, Tucson is like well, first of all, Arizona in general is like a fucked up bubble of the world.
Right.
You're like this place where people go to die.
Yeah.
People go to avoid the snow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
everything you're
it's
saying
all
is correct.
fucking desert. And
They
like,
bring their snow beach
is
to
the Grand
Zac.
Canyon in Arizona?
Yeah, northern Arizona.
Okay.
Yep.
So like, talk about the weird bubble you guys live in because it's fucked.
Bro,
Things are $1 at yard sales.
It's like the denim capital of the world.
No way.
For
No,
sure.
but
Well, like,
what does that
for
mean?
like old Levi's?
They manufactured it there, or
No, just we're in the wild, wild west.
They've sold it
It's-
there for a
it's-
very
and it's
long
also
time.
dry. So
Right.
if it was stuck in a mine or an abandoned fucking building, it wouldn't
It's
have
good
been
to go.
rotted.
Yeah, it's good to go.
They sold
generally.
a pair of ones that they took out for like $120,000 recently. Like
From
last
Arizona,
year. Yeah.
from a mine.
No, it was in like a time capsule. They took it out of like this old guy had a time capsule and put a bunch of stuff in there from like 1890. And they
Oh,
took a
like
pair.
that's wicked. You know, what you do that in school. Like you literally fill
Yeah.
a thing,
Yeah.
bury it in your yard, and have
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, they-
No shit.
But it was just it wasn't buried. It was just like a family time capsule.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it was a big size too.
It was like dead stock.
Dude, now that you say that, I bet if I went to my childhood house, I buried one somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
For sure. It probably has like a Ninja Turtle in it or something.
Right. Some broken G.I. Joe.
I mean,
So give me the story. I want the story, dude.
Yeah, man. They just did like a time capsule. They just buried it. Or I don't even know if they buried it. They just had it
put
like
it
in their
somewhere?
shed or something. And they took it out, and then was I mean, the patch was still nice. It's like some of the oldest Levi's they have on like documented record.
What is it?
But they were huge. They were huge size.
and on the inside it was like in the pocket where it's like Levi's 126 years. It was like Levi's
17
15
years or some
years
shit.
of excellent denim making or some shit. Where it's
Right.
like, oh,
So
okay.
where'd you hear this on the news?
Yeah, it was news.
Yeah,
It was like on national, like the
Yeah.
Arizona.
I mean, at least local news it was. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
So what else cool happens in Arizona?
I mean, it's dope. 'cause-
Swap meets.
Well, I mean, it's nice because you can
Tucson,
pick.
anyway.
You can pick all year round because of the temperature. There's rarely a weekend where temperature affects anything as far as like swap meets, yard sales, estate sales, like that. Generally, 52 weeks a year, you have something to do and go pick, which is great compared to the East Coast, the North, where you're dealing with a lot of snow, 3 months of winter where people aren't going to do yard sales and that kind of shit.
But yeah,
You know?
we have yard sale season. It's like spring.
Right, and we have
It's like open up the garage and finally sell the shit that we've been sitting on all winter.
right, and whereas it's year round in Tucson, so you're always able to do shopping. Old people are always dying down there, so you
is
always
nice.
get to go pick their shit.
Yeah, so that's true, man. The snowbirds come down, they retire, they die.
They bring their snow beach to
we
Zac.
buy their old clothes, we sell them.
Right.
And we have a military base, so we had a lot of military coming through.
Oh, dope. What's the military base called?
Davis Monthan Air Force Base. So we got a lot of pilots, that kind of stuff. We got the U of A there, so there's generally a lot of good college stuff, U of A gear that comes through. And like I said, we're a retirement community, so with lots of old people just come and just bring all their shit and fucking die here.
So give us like a day in the life. Like you guys both are doing this. You don't have a job, right, Wes?
Full time.
Okay, full-time picker. Wes, go day in the life.
I go to Ben's probably 2-3 times a week.
Okay. What do you do the other days?
Swap meets, like Friday and Saturday.
Do you have like a
this guy.
day at the bins? You're like, this is the hot day, or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. It just matters, I guess, when you get there, most of all. But the Tucson bins aren't too overran with people yet, so it's still pretty good picking, I guess.
Give me like your number one pet peeve of the bins.
Number one pet peeve is people taking all the carts and getting like 3 carts full of shit and just putting their carts on the side, and then when you go in there a little bit later, there's no fucking carts. So you have
And
to put
do
your
they
name
actually
on a
buy
list.
all the stuff, or do they just hoard it and then pick it later?
A lot of it, I've seen them just hoard it and sit it on the side, and then in the end, they'll go through it and then throw most of it back, which is just like the most annoying shit of all time. And then they sometimes they don't let them do that, and then sometimes they do.
So Zac, the day in the life.
Day in the life? God, get up at 5 o'clock.
Let me guess.
Sleeveless.
Dig through your tank top drawer to find your tank top of the day.
Bro, what do you think of me? I pick it out the night before.
Oh, you lay it out. Okay, you lay it out. Okay.
Bong hits.
Okay.
A little bit of family time. Take the daughter to school.
Sounds rad. You do that every day?
3 to 4 days a week.
Nice.
Yeah, you know.
Good for you, man. Respect.
Oh yeah, all day, buddy. Family first. You know, if it's a shop day, then I do a little picking on the way to the shop, and then come home.
So how many days a week are you in the shop?
3.
Well, you're 3 days in the shop.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
You're like never posting on your Instagram from the shop.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't
you promote the shop?
I never posted to Instagram from barely anywhere.
Well,
I don't post a lot. I post maybe once a week.
Okay.
Lies. He posts all that. He finds all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, let's say it's available at Generation Cool. Hey man, y'all fuck up. Y'all ganging up on me over here.
That's what the podcast is about. This is no hold bar. No hold barred. That's what I should call it, actually.
I mean, a typical picking day is like wake up at 4 or 5, bong hits, go out, hit the yard sales, estate sales at like 5, 6 a.m. Come back, hit some thrift stores, a little bit of family time, meet up with him, go to the swap in the afternoon. And then maybe the bins if it's slow at the swap, and then the swap again after the bins. And then
for
home
the cleanup.
Serious busy day, man. Holy.
You gotta grind, bro.
That's wild. So, what's your What you got? I want your top 3 pet peeves in the vintage biz.
Top 3
could be anything.
Top 3 pet peeves.
Yeah. What really grinds your gears?
Picking up wet stuff in the bins. I gotta say
that.
Oh
Yeah.
That's number 1.
What is this liquid? Pee? Coca-Cola?
Juice.
Yes.
Juice.
Number 2 would be people that just fucking give you the runaround. Like people that have something that they know you want, but they're not willing to work with you to get it to you. You know, I think a lot of this vintage community is, you know, people knowing that you like this, so I want to try and get this to you. You know, if you like Metallica tees and I get a cool Metallica tee, I'm gonna try and get you a Metallica tee. I'm gonna get you if I get good Patagonia stuff, it's going to you. You know what I'm saying? If I
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah, and if I get good Marilyn Manson stuff, it's obviously going to him. So there's a few people that there's a few people on my list that have got stuff that I wanted, and I'm down to make more than fair trades, give them more than what their shit is worth. And they're just not willing to make it happen, or they think they're getting taken in a trade or taken advantage of or whatever. And it's like if half of this you got to know what you have, you got to know what your shit is worth, what you can get for it, what you're into it, and if you don't know that, then what are you even fucking doing in this game? You know what I'm saying? If you're picking shit and you're just hoarding it and not selling it, not because you like it, but just because you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's terrible.
The attachment thing. It's like people need to unattach themselves with the product. If you're in a business of any inventory business, you cannot be attached to it. It's like the whole don't get high off your own supply thing, right?
Yep. Well, there has to be limits to things.
Well, you can collect,
right?
But that's separate from what you're selling, and don't mix the two.
Right. Well, I collect some of the stuff that I sell, but you have to balance it. You can't. So for me, for picking for the store, I collect some of the stuff I sell at the store, but I can't collect everything from that I would sell at the store because I still got to give stuff to the store. You know, it's like just because you collect, if you collect Metallica tees, it doesn't need 75 of the same Metallica tee. Dude, if you get one, then you got one. Just let it go. You know what I'm saying? If you get another one, then part with it.
Yeah, but it's also it more flows down to Instagram. If you have a page and you're posting all these things, you're not differentiating this is personal or this is for sale, but you're a sale page.
Right.
It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
I couldn't agree more.
My page is basically not for sale. Because I don't care. I have other businesses.
Well, you have actually other
pages too.
Yeah, and my Frankie and whatever, and I'll sell the bowl. I don't care. And I'll do a story sale, and I'll say this stuff's for sale. But most of the stuff I post is not for sale. It's just a mixture of it, and yeah, it's etiquette. But you're right. People need to learn. How to learn how to run this business and how to learn about this business is by selling things as you go and learning as you go. And you're never going to get top dollar when you're learning, and you shouldn't try to be getting top dollar when you're learning because you don't. It's that's how you learn.
Well, you don't have the knowledge to back it.
Yeah.
Why is this worth that much money? Well, because I saw it selling on eBay. That's not good enough. Why did it sell on eBay for that much money? Well, it was really hard. Sure, they only put it at a couple concerts in the 1990s. You know what I'm saying? It was a short run. They only released it at this London store at this one opening. You know, if you gotta be known. It's hard, especially when so many of the kids that are selling this stuff didn't live through the generations that we did. You know, a lot of us are in the late 30s, 40s, getting there. We lived it. We wore the clothes. We watched the TV shows. We played with the toys.
But it's even beyond eBay. It's like eBay's like the easy go-to, the cop-out fucking price guide for people, right? It's like they're gonna go on eBay. If they can't find it on eBay, then you're like, ooh, great, I can score from this kid. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like there's like certain pieces, right, that are like grails, we'll say, that are just worth a certain amount because there's so many of them out there. Everyone's selling them all the time. You know what they're worth, right? But then there's like things like this is a cool design piece, and I'm gonna value it at this because I think it's fucking rad, and like I know like John Paul Gaultier, whoever's gonna buy it or whatever, like Polo's gonna buy it because I think they want to copy it, and that's where the real knowledge and the real value 100%. Comes into a picker because you're like, I know I can buy something that nobody cares about in the grail realm, but this shit's rad. It's worth money. It's something nobody's seen maybe. And I'm going to go out and get top dollar for it.
Yeah, knowledge is going to get you everywhere in this business. If you don't know what you're picking, why it's worth money, who to sell it to, then you're just hoping and praying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
you got to build it. Do you have another pet peeve? Any other pet peeves we can?
People that don't know how to make deals. Not only people that hold stuff, but like, I mean, especially thrifters that have a shirt. If you have a shirt that you picked for $4 and you saw a couple sell on eBay for $300, like take $200. Take $150. Why are you sitting there trying to jack off and fucking make sure someone gives you $300 because you saw it sell on eBay? Like, especially if a friend's asking you or something like that. Like, be reasonable about your shit. Like, a lot of the people that I sell to and deal with outside of the store are friends, and you can't charge them full price. Like, dude, that's not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make your money and get your money where you can on eBay. You have your prime customers, but when you're dealing with your friends, you got to be reasonable. And you got to be able to work with people. You can't just be so firm on your price because you saw it sell once for that price.
Yeah, totally. Make your money, flip it, go buy more shit, flip it, go buy more shit. Come on, kids.
Yeah, catch and release, you know what I'm saying?
Totally. It's a flow of energy. The energy needs to go back to the universe so you can get more energy in your life.
Let other people enjoy it.
Dude, that's just true, man.
I love it.
Okay, what the fuck is it with tank tops, dog?
I'm a sweaty guy. I love tank tops. I just sweat a lot, so tank tops.
You're even cutting vintage t-shirts into tank tops for yourself, right?
Just a couple.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. I'm just a sweaty guy, comfortable. I like to wear basketball shorts and sandals and fucking tank tops. Okay. It's a way of life.
It's a way of life.
Yeah,
it's the best thing I've ever heard.
He was wearing tank tops at Nick's a little bit ago. Obviously.
Nick's on Beverly.
Yeah.
Again. Nice Beverly Hills restaurant.
Yes.
Tank top.
Sweet.
Tank top.
No one said anything. They understand.
Have you worn a tank top to a wedding?
If I could.
Okay.
If I could, wear it anywhere.
Sweet. Okay, I want to know top 3 picks of all time. Each of you, Wes, go.
Ooh, I found a Stadium Plates hoodie in the bins. That was really nice.
Sick.
I found a Fear of God denim jacket at Savers for like $10.
What did that sell for?
I sold that one for $1,000.
Fucking Fear of God. Goddamn Fear of God.
Fear of God. And then probably this Marilyn Manson collection that I got in Phoenix.
You got a whole collection?
I got a whole collection. I got like 13 shirts. I got a bomber jacket. I ended up selling the bomber jacket for $2,500.
Shut up.
Swear to God. The same one that I have right now.
You got $2,500 for that? Because it was a tour jacket?
It's a 97 Antichrist Superstar tour jacket.
And it said was it like a person or like part of the crew or something special?
It just says Marilyn Manson huge embroidered in the back. Like the one that I showed you.
Yeah, okay. So
I had a dead stock.
It was new tags.
You put it on eBay for how much?
Like $2,500. Or best offer.
And someone just bought it?
No
offer?
No offer.
Shut up.
Bro, I would have sold it for $1,000.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but the guy just flat out bought it, and I'm sitting there.
So, do we call this a fluke, or do we call this like that? See, that's the weird thing about eBay.
Yeah.
Now, are we calling this a fluke, or now is that the going rate for every fucking Marilyn Manson bomber jacket?
I got another one. Like, is that what I'm going to get for that one too? There only has to be like.
Who was it? Like, did you talk to him?
No, it was a guy in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like, he had to be like a fucking curator for a rock and roll museum.
It was Lil Uzi Vert, bro.
Or Lil Uzi Vert, you know? Like that, for sure.
That's sick, dude. Good. So let's hear yours, top 3.
Snow Beach, obviously. Bought that, sold the same day for $1,300. I got a military prototype beer can that I sold for $1,000.
Tell me about that. It's so sick.
Yeah.
Okay, this is valuable information. We like to give people some tidbits of valuable information here.
Yeah, for sure.
So talk about that pick.
So I went to a sweet estate sale of someone who had run a shipping business, and had lived on the site, so they had like their personal stuff in the same place as their business stuff, and he had tons of great shit, no clothing, lots of military stuff mixed in, and on his knick-knack shelf in his office was a green beer can that was kind of like really nonchalant, basic olive drab green with some black writing on it. And it was just kind of, just weird with all of his toys and shit. So I looked at it, I picked it up and looked at it. It was from Acme Beer Company. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was just looking at it. And then my military friend was standing next to me. He's like, well, that looks like olive drab. He's like, you should get that. I was like, all right, cool. Whatever. Got it for 50 cents, or I got like 4 things for $3 or some shit. And, went home and checked it out. And it ended up being a really rare prototype beer can that would have gone out with military rations in World War II. It wasn't filled with liquid, it was filled with sand, and there's only a couple of them known to exist in the world. So I listed it and got like $900 for it the next day after I listed it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So basically, if you find a beer can full of sand,
look at it. Look it up.
You're in the money always, or only sometimes?
Well, I mean, you're probably going to be in money. I mean, I don't know how often that is what they did, but I mean, that's probably going to be a prototype for something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, beer collecting is crazy. Like, the dude, I thought it was going to sell to a military collector.
Well, I do know Hams, there's like huge collectors for anything Hams beer.
Mm-hmm.
And so is this Acme. Acme has a huge following, too.
Yeah.
And so I thought a military guy was going to buy it, and it was the dude that bought it was an Acme beer collector, and he was super excited to give me all that money for it. So, bless his heart.
So what's your number 3?
Number 3?
Doesn't even have to be like, maybe something you're just excited about versus like dollar value too.
God. I don't know, like fucking $1,300 worth of jockstraps?
Yeah, okay. So this is another valuable tidbit.
No doubt.
So talk about this fetish.
Hey, well,
You wear them and to try them on, and do you model them when you sell them?
No, I wear them on my head, strictly in public, and then and from the reaction I get, that's how I base the value. No, yeah, so vintage. I don't fuck with that loose and used shit, but vintage.
Loose and
loose and used. I don't do loose and used jockstraps. They got to be in the package, sealed and unused, unjunked up. But there's big money in some of that stuff. You can get easy $40-$50 a piece for a lot of those. So you go to an old sporting goods store or someplace that sold that shit. You get them for 50 cents a piece. Crank them out for 25.
But do the loose and used sell?
Yeah, I mean you're more into that than I am,
dude. Loose and used. Come on, man. So I was thinking, we need to find jockstraps. Where are we going to find them? You're going to find them at old high schools, right?
Sporting goods stores.
Well, there'd be dead stock there, but I'm looking for loose and used.
I mean, wherever your local gay community hangs out, this would be a good place to start.
They're the ones buying them. They're going to find them.
Yeah, well, I mean, that means they use them. Well, that means they use them, so you're going to get them used.
But, what if you, found an abandoned high school and, went into the gym and they had a fucking big-ass bag of old jockstraps?
Dude, dive in. Taste the taste, See how it goes.
Okay.
See which ones fit. Don't worry about it,
Okay, so the rule of thumb here, kids, is don't pass up jockstraps because there's money in that shit.
Yes. Or Marilyn Manson shirts.
Yeah, but be careful. Wash your hands. Don't just, grab stuff. And especially if that's the wet stuff that you're grabbing in the bins.
Ooh. Oh, you're in trouble.
Highly.
Okay, well, that brings me to my next thing. What's the gnarliest thing you guys have picked in the bins? Not gnarliest meaning disgusting.
Yo, my friend found a bag of human teeth. Different.
A whole bag? Someone's he found, a mom kept them the tooth fairy teeth and put it in the bins?
He found 2, actually. There was 2 bags of teeth in just a random backpack. Took them out, walked them up and showed them to me, and there were a bunch of different teeth. I
guarantee
a solid
you,
bag, some dentist or something.
What do you call those stores? It's oddity stores. An oddity store would have totally bought that
for sure. I found other jars with random teeth in them too.
Weird.
Yeah, with notes and shit. But
I didn't
open.
Grossest thing I found in the bins? Yeah. I don't know. It was probably any of that wet shit that I touched.
Good luck beating body.
Wait, was it you or me that got the jeans that had the stuff inside afterwards? I think that was you, wasn't it? They have the fucking the heavy the blood stains on the inside. One of us got a pair of jeans that we didn't inspect very well until too late, and it was rather unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a quick game here, boys. Word association.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna start with you. Tank top.
Zachary. Beverly Hills.
Jesus.
Zachary does Beverly Hills. Tank top. Okay.
Takes on Beverly.
Okay. Zach.
You were fucking weird.
Hipster. What do you got on it?
Dislike.
Okay. Do you guys use that term? Is that a term you're familiar with?
It's derogatory.
It's derogatory?
Yeah.
Okay. Wes, retro.
Such trash.
Explain it. What do you think? What is that term? What do you think of when you hear the word retro?
When I hear the word retro, it reminds me of a popular brand like Polo taking something like Snow Beach and bringing it back, but just doing it in such a shitty way.
Yeah, so you think like Repop.
Right.
Yeah.
That just nobody, it's going to bring the value down of everything, all the old good shit and your new shit. Nobody, it's just like, move on, make something else. Like,
yeah.
You have the capability of making such cooler shit. What the fuck are you doing? Going back and just like ripping off your old concepts.
Yeah, it killed the market with
You've
Polo.
already done it. Like, what are you doing?
Zach. Sustainability.
I'm all for like sustainability. So I mean, word association, Jesus. Recycling. You know, just be smart with what you use, clothing wise, food wise, packaging wise, and every sense you can be. You know, it's the only world we have, and it's really easy to be, cautious about a lot of things we use and be smart about, things that we don't need to reuse, that we can reuse and not buy 75 of the same thing. Clothes that you can be recycle it, donate it, give it to a homeless person. The last thing you need to do is fucking throw it away, so.
Come have some respect here after the podcast. Turn off your phone.
Hey.
No FaceTime.
Life, I have a family, bro.
Is that your family?
Sure, if that makes this better.
Okay. So you and your family are veggie, right? Not vegan? You eat bacon, so you're kind of fucked.
Well, so my wife is full vegan. My wife is full vegetarian. She does cheese too. I do pepperoni and bacon, and my daughter eats whatever the fuck she wants to.
Nice.
Makes it easier.
Including candy?
Yes. She's a kid. She lives on candy.
Okay. Is there a reason behind it? Is your wife do it for the planet or for the health benefits or what?
The health and its cruelty to animals. That's a lot. I mean, especially if you watch some of those videos and like what they do to the meat, what they don't do to the meat. Like, there's just so much stuff that's just like off-putting.
Yeah.
So it's hard to think about.
Totally. But bacon's all right.
Hell yeah.
Pigs don't matter.
Okay. Even though they're the closest animal to humans.
Yeah, whatever.
So, you do like these painted. What's your little sub thing called? Your side hustle? Side hustle to a side hustle. What is it?
Colors for Others?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why aren't you blowing up yet?
It was going really well, but I took a vacation and then came back and it was just like back of the list. So I'll get back into it.
Are you passionate about it?
I do. I mean, I love doing the painting and doing the artwork, and I had a really good response. So I definitely want to get back into it and do some more stuff with it.
It's good to have a creative outlet.
Oh yeah, 100% for sure. It's good to be able to put stuff out there. My wife is a really amazing artist, so I try and help with her stuff too. But yeah, it was definitely an enjoyable time doing that and seeing how much everyone liked it and wanted to, a lot of them sold. So
sweet. Wes.
Yes.
Tell us something that nobody knows about you, dude.
Oh man, I do some pretty crazy tie dyes.
Do ya? Yeah. Oh, I seen them. They're dope.
Yeah.
They're like interesting and like all over versus like the swirlies. The swirlies are played.
Right, the swirlies are kind of played for sure. So I've been doing like a lot of bleaching and stuff like that.
People know that though. It's on your Instagram. We want something deeper.
Ooh, something deeper. I used to be a drum and bass DJ.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's something that we have in common, right? Canadian
Jungle
guys?
Massive, are you in here?
Yeah, me and Zach used to DJ, dude. We used to DJ drum and bass, crazy style. Even I did up until just a few years ago. It's like
sick. So will you still go to a party and fucking dance all night?
Yeah, we went to Dillinger.
Yeah, we showed up at 11:30, left at 1:30. It was perfect.
Yeah, had a couple drinks and then we scooted on out.
Yeah, okay, I posted something saying about where were you on the year 2000. Wasn't it you that said you were raving in LA?
Yeah.
Don't hear this story, dog.
Yeah, there
the
you
year
go.
2000, before most people listen to this podcast were born.
Yeah, true, bro. I used to live with Pasquale Rotella, who throws Insomniac and EDC and all that stuff. So I was living with him at the time.
You live with the guy who owns the EDC.
Yes. Yeah.
That's huge. That guy's like biggest guy in
he sold half of his company.
Music.
He sold half of his company for $50 million.
Damn.
And back when I was living,
are you guys still friends?
Yeah, still talk to him.
Sick.
He's on Instagram. I still shout him out. He talks to me. It's
nice.
Good shit.
Okay, sorry.
He didn't run off.
He wasn't like fuck this guy.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, but yeah, we used to go to raves and shit, and we hit him up asking if he needed any help handing out flyers, and we handed out his flyers in Arizona, and then came out, and he asked if we wanted to help him do stuff like more throwing events wise.
Nice.
Yeah, we threw some events, and it was wild. It was wild.
We were both raving New Year's Eve.
Were you
different
there?
places? I was in Arizona raving. He was in LA raving.
Okay, and did you know each other at that point? No.
No, but it was funny because we knew a lot of the same people, and a lot of really strange of the same people that is really odd that we didn't meet. And we were probably went to a bunch of the same raves together, like at the same time, but we just didn't know each other. But like one of like the most cracked out drug dealers in Tucson was like one of both of our really good friends, and I was like, oh, you know him? You know him? Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, we just didn't meet until later, so just how it goes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, the year 2000, I was helping him throw that rave.
So get it. I want visuals of this rave. I want to know like what kind of people were raving in LA at the year 2000. Like who was playing at this rave?
Frankie Bones. Frankie Bones was playing the midnight set.
Is Frankie Bones an American?
Frankie Bones is from New York.
House DJ.
House and techno.
Was there a drum bass room at this rave?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was playing that?
Marvelous Kane.
Okay.
MC5 Alive.
Sick.
This is like before they were bringing a lot of the big UK people. So like Phantom 45 and like Snuggles and Slack.
They're Americans?
Yeah.
Phantom 45, the
Like
leg from
DJ
Tucson.
3D. Like Freaky Flow.
Freaky Flow was Canadian. Fuck
yeah.
Canada in the house.
Hey, how about this? Sniper and Mystical Influence.
Hell yeah, they were like
they were playing at the fucking one that we got with Bad Company, and they played right before Bad Company. That was the year 2000.
I saw them at a party called Millennium Madness where they played in Tucson, or where they played in Phoenix right before they did that.
Nice.
Yeah, and also
Capital J.
That was fire.
Dude, you know Jesse lived with Capital J. Did he ever tell you that?
Yeah, well, actually, maybe, because when we were first talking at the Rose Bowl like 2 years ago about how we all did drum and bass and shit,
when Jesse first moved to Toronto,
wild.
he lived with Capital J. Capital J was sick, DJ.
He's fire.
Yeah, he's
fire.
fucking bad.
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Dude, he was so good. Like one of the scratch masters, man. Like,
no doubt.
Killing it.
Yeah, no, Canada G&B had it on lock in the fucking early 2000s.
Oh, yeah. So, like, describe the people at this party 2000.
Bro, just some
I want,
straight
like,
up
visuals.
ravers, bro. It was back in the
That's
day.
Like, what
check
does
this
a
out.
raver look like in the year 2000 in LA?
Kickwear.
Just still like kickwears,
Candy
still
bracelets.
just like coming out of the fucking late 90s funk
So,
of just having
candy
huge
raver style, like
pants.
were they wearing like fun fur, like the fur pants?
Oh,
and
yeah.
and then
Big
like plastic chains.
plastic chains, all that
Yellow
shit.
glass, yellow see-through glasses.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And like, would skaters go to parties like that too?
Yeah, it was like a mix of everyone, to be honest.
Okay.
Anybody that liked the nightlife and like doing drugs and going out and just partying and staying out all night.
Sick. So, because you helped organize this party,
Right.
I always wondered, like, some of the raves were in cahoots with the drug dealers, right? Because all the money was being made on the drugs.
Some, not so much. I would say a lot of the people were just coming in and bringing their own stuff in and independently selling it. Because, like, the promoters and shit didn't really have a lot to do with, like, being able to bring in a bunch of drug dealers, because it wasn't them that was going to be making the money. It was the drug dealers.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be, like, the promoters.
So what did it cost to go to a rave then?
It was, like, $25, bro. Instead of, like, this 3-day shit that they're doing now, like, 3 days consecutively, it was one night, and that's what you got. You got one night to party, and that was it. That's why people were
it
dying.
would start late. It would be like 11 p.m. till like 8 in the morning.
Exactly.
9 in the morning.
It was like, they'd let you in at like 8 or 9, and it would go until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But now it's like completely different. Now it's three days.
I'm pretty sure
like,
we paid a lot more for the parties in the 90s even than $25.
Oh,
pretty
really?
Sure our tickets were like 40, 50
40.
bucks.
Yeah, like that's right around the time that it started going up to like 35, 40 bucks for sure. And then it started getting to like 100 around like 2005. And then it started like right now it's like $300 if you want to go to EDC for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like $340 or some shit.
Man. It's I can't even imagine. I went the last like time that I kind of raved was Shambhala. Have you heard of Shambhala?
Uh-huh.
It's like it is a 3 day.
Yeah.
But it's like in the woods.
Yeah.
There's like these forest stages, and there's like this like Ewok village where you can walk through the trees.
Right.
We were actually selling there because I used to sell a lot at festivals.
No shit.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Oh, it was rad.
Yeah.
Like
People buying up all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, because we were doing reworks back then. This is before Frankie, but we still were doing reworks. We just had a different brand name. We called it Snap back then.
Sick.
And then we would sell reworks. We'd sell like all those like crazy Fresh Prince hats and neon. You just save up all your neon crap.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was sick. Yeah.
That's sick.
We sold it like rock music fest too, like typical music fest.
Yeah.
But Shambhala was sick. I remember like I was kind of done raving at that point because this was like 2010 maybe or something, and then I went and I'm like, I'm like it's kind of like dreading, this is gonna suck, but then I got so into it because it was just like you get back into that rave zone where like everyone's vibing, but it's more about the people vibe. Like I love drum and bass music still, but it's like the people are all having a wicked time. It's so positive. It's like unless you've ever done it and been into like a good one, you're like you can't even explain it really.
Right,
it's hard to understand.
Much less like the best ones. The best ones are just like
Day 3, Drew's just like covered in mud with glow sticks out of his ears. Just like, yeah, vintage clothes are fucking great, but this tree and me, we're best friends.
Oh, dude, I've been there, buddy.
My kombucha over here, like, fuck.
The freaking tea. Shout out 7 Teas, guys.
7 Teas.
I was biking today with the owner of this company.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he got his teas into Whole Foods. Killing it.
Fuck yeah.
Big up.
Fire up.
Big up.
Big up.
Get lit.
So, Zach, what do we want to know about you? What's like some dirty secrets in Zach's life?
Dirty secrets. I mean, I'm a pretty straightforward little dude. You know, I used to party and get faded, and then I got old after I went to rehab. Went to rehab for 14 months. Lockdown, all boys facility.
What year? How old are you?
17.
Okay, crazy. How's that?
Crazy.
Was it? It was like a rehab boys military style?
So it was like it was a combination of either sent by your parents or sent by the state, and it was a lot of kids that had behavioral issues and shit like that, drug problems, fighting problems, whatever, and it was a very like wide range of like one of my friends that was there that was like from a really strict family in Georgia, and he got sent there because he smoked weed. Whereas we have other kids.
God, isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, we have other kids that were like putting their brothers in like a box and throwing them in the pool. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was all over the board, and it was crazy. I mean, there's a lot of people that filed lawsuits against the place I went to
because they were like hitting kids.
Yeah, they abused kids in there. They were doing shit. I mean, there was a kid. I think one of the dudes in there like asked to see one of the other kids, like one of the dudes running it asked to see like one of the dudes' fucking dicks, one of the kids' dicks. Yeah, there was a bunch of shit that went down. It was crazy. I saw a lot of crazy shit, and
you had no contact with the outside world.
No, so I mean, there's different levels. You start at like the base level, and as you increase your behavior and stuff, you get to higher levels. And at the highest level, you went and stayed at a hotel every night.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I didn't make it though. But I don't think I went outside for like 3 months.
Outside of a building?
Yeah, I was inside, not outside of a building, inside of a facility for 3 months straight until I got to the level.
No courtyard?
Wasn't allowed in the courtyard.
What the fuck?
That's how this.
And like, what drugs did he get sent there for?
Ecstasy, acid, and mushrooms and weed.
Okay.
I was raving,
So like typical.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of
ecstasy, a lot of mushrooms. Fucking blow or
no,
crack.
I've never done heroin. I've never done meth. I've never done any of that shit. So, I mean, that's probably one of the crazier things that's happened to me was doing that and going to rehab and shit.
What'd you learn in there, man?
I didn't need to do all those drugs. That was definitely helped me increase my life expectancy.
Yeah.
So, it taught me a lot about being, confident in who you are and being able to make correct decisions for yourself. You got to look at the longevity of your decisions, who it affects, how long those effects will take place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say you're a confident man because you wear these tank tops confidently.
Like a fucking boss.
Like a boss.
Right.
Okay, boys. It's been like 50 minutes here, so.
That's it.
Killed it.
Anything else you want to say to these people? You guys got any tips? We need tips for these people out listening.
If everyone dies from the Wuhan before this airs,
Wuhan clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wuhan to Tucson?
Yeah, Wuhan's from Tucson. Let's just start with that.
So what if everyone dies,
then good luck listening.
Sayonara,
They'll be dead, you know?
Yeah.
Wuhan.
Truth.
Told you.
Okay. You got any business tips for these people out in the world?
I'll tell you, if you go out and you just buy shit to buy shit, you're stupid. Don't buy shit unless it's worth reselling. If I go out, sometimes I go out 2-3 days in a row and I don't buy anything, it's not a problem. That just means I didn't see anything that was valuable or worth making money on. And so you don't feel like, if I go out, I don't feel like I need to buy something just to buy something.
Yeah, so the lesson is know when to walk away.
Right.
Don't get looped into buying junk.
Especially if you're a young kid, because then you're going to end up with a fucking whole room full of shit you can't sell, and then you're out of the game. You know, you're stuck with 300 shirts that you bought that no one wants and you can't sell, and you certainly don't want to list a fucking $8 shirt on eBay, let alone 300 $8 shirts on eBay.
Hell no.
Yeah, so that's my biggest thing is don't just buy shit to buy shit. Be smart about your buying.
What about you, Wes?
That's about it. I
Yeah?
would say the same shit. Make sure you are paying attention to what you're buying.
Okay.
I think that's like the best thing.
We need a challenge, boys.
Start.
We need to think of a challenge.
A challenge?
Okay, I like to throw out
Challenge it up.
challenges to the people. So, you got any ideas?
Yeah, challenge everyone to wear a fucking tank top this week.
Okay.
Yeah, take that.
It's winter.
Yeah, do that. That's what's a
Winter.
challenge. It's a challenge.
I don't know if I have that many fans in Arizona, dude.
I can't do that in summer.
I'm in California right now wearing a
Okay,
tank top.
Wes,
I got farmer's
Wes, come up with a
tan,
better
bro.
challenge than the tank top challenge.
Ooh.
Challenge everyone to buy stuff and sell it to me for cheap.
Challenge everyone to give me a
$5 rack, $5
You already
rack.
know the $5
GCzac,
rack.
king of the $5 rack.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't. Challenge. Oof.
Okay, you got ideas? Any ideas?
I don't.
Zach, any ideas?
Dog, what's wrong with my challenge I just told you? Damn, you hate me in my tank tops.
Tank tops might come back in style one day, but at this point, I'm
not
sorry.
waiting for it.
I'm sorry.
I challenge everyone to fucking go to a yard sale. Stop going to the goddamn thrift stores and go into fucking the bins and go to a yard sale and buy something.
Okay, this is a good challenge. I like this idea.
That
So, what do you think?
That's good. Yeah, go to a yard sale.
Okay, it's winter, so some people might have a hard time doing this.
Yeah.
But so that's the challenge. Go to a fucking yard sale, tag us in it. Tag us. You go to a yard sale, post it, tag us in it. We want to know that you're like doing something different. You got to think outside the box if you want to win. Okay. But on that note, let's hear some tips on other places to pick besides a thrift store, besides the bin. Go. Biggest list you can make right now.
Estate sale.
Estate sales,
Estate
yard
sale?
sales, flea markets.
Craigslist.
Yeah. What else?
Talking to your parents' friends, talking to your friends. You know, going to old businesses that have been around in your city for a long time to see if they have old stock.
7-Eleven employees.
What have you got off a 7-Eleven employee?
Old 7-Eleven shirts.
Snickers bars.
The homie
Okay.
got some old 7-Eleven shirts.
Okay.
They're like, it's like Gucci print. It's pretty wild.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Start picking at 7-Eleven.
Start picking at 7-Eleven. That's
Okay,
a
that was a good
challenge.
list, though. We came up with 10 options there for picking.
That's pretty wild.
Pretty good. Any shout-outs? I have one last question, actually.
Shoot.
So you kind of gave your histories, but would you give any one person a shout-out for like getting you in the biz? I guess Wes, you'd be shouting out him, right?
Him and Robbie for sure.
Okay.
Him and Robbie both.
How about you?
Motivated in it.
I'd shout out my mom and Robbie because my mom got me into it originally and got the love for me built at a young age. And then definitely for Slobby for opening Generation Cool and bringing it to make it a lot more local and to be, make it easy to be a part of it, as opposed to a lot of cities that didn't have a vintage store 5, 6, 7 years ago, catering to the needs that GC has been for so long, like you guys have, that not a lot of people have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no other store buying really like the kind of vintage that we were picking too at the time. It was like a big help to get like a store that came along and had somewhere to go and like buy your stuff,
And talk about it, sell it, talk about it, hang out with other people that were in the game,
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out Generation Cool.
Shout out Drew.
Shout out.
You're a good guy.
Doing the podcast,
Thank you, guys.
selling it up.
Okay, I think we're done.
All right, buddy.
Cheers for being
Cheers.
on.
Cheers.
Cheers for being on.
Woo.
Thanks for everybody for listening.
Hell yeah.
go leave me a goddamn review. If you're actually listening to this right now, it means you've listened to us for an hour.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and give me a goddamn review.
Woo woo.
Peace.
Peace.